Parents are the bone on which children sharpen their teeth.
You're at the point in your life where you have to clean your teeth on my bones.
What?
In parts of Mexico, the bereaved decorate the grave with smiling puppets, and then they eat chocolate coffins.
Melts in your mouth, but not in the ground.
And on the Solomon Islands, they hang the dead man's arms on his hut. And in feudal Japan, when a lord died, the Ronin samurai would show their loyalty by disemboweling themselves.
Talk about guts. People mourn different cultures different ways. I know that some cultures, they put chocolate puppets in coffins. And in the Shinugi Islands or someplace, they actually hang arms on aluminum siding. There's a way they do this. And Ronnie the samurai, you don't even want to know what he does.
He was a Greek general who fought the Romans, and his army won the war, but he lost so many men, it might just as well have been a defeat. Today, we call that a Pyrrhic victory.
So, what are you going to do about the reciprocating saw?
I'm going to do my job, Al.
You're not going to promote it on the show, are you? What about your principles?
I don't want to end up in a Pyrex victory, all right?
What?
Because I think big. I get these visions, I like to carry them out, okay?
Oh, so you think of yourself as a visionary, like Socrates or Marco Polo?
Yeah, big visionary. You know, I get carried away sometimes, like my fellow visionary Marco Polo, who we all know invented the sport shirt.
You see, Tim, friendship is a symbiotic relationship. Two people have to contribute equally.
Good friendships are kumbiotic.
You want to sing camp songs?
Most people think the best way to get rid of a wart is to cut it off, but in actuality, that isn't the best solution. See, the wart will reappear because the virus is still below the surface of the skin.
And I've decided that no matter what I do, those warts are going back to Bulgaria.
Why do I even try to talk to you?
Actually, Tim, some people believe that an egg will stand on its end during the vernal equinox.
The vernal what knocks?
The vernal equinox, Tim. It signifies the first day of spring. It's when the sun is directly over the equator and gravitational pull is at its strongest.
It's probably what's affecting Jill.
What'd you do this time, Tim?
I didn't do anything. She's all bent out of shape because I'm too charming.
Well, you are quite the dazzler. I don't see why that would upset Jill, though.
She thinks I'm only charming for other people and not her.
Oh,
I think she wants things to be like they were when we first met, you know? But I like the way things are now. I like not always having to impress the other person or get dressed up.
So you would tend to agree with J.B. Priestley, who said that marriage is like an endless visit in your worst clothes.
That guy Priestley really knew about marriage.
And divorce, too. He was married 3 times.
Oh, no. I just don't want to be one of those priests that drops eggs on his 3 wives.
I'm making yogurt. The bacteria sours the milk.
You must have put some of that in my boss's milk. He's sour all the time.
Tool-time troubles, Tim?
You know, our 5th anniversary show's coming up, and I want to make a big deal, but Davidson doesn't want to pay for it. I want to make a big, spectacular gift to my audience, you know?
You know, Tim, in ancient China, there was once an emperor, and every year on his birthday, everybody in the land would bring him a gift. And every year, the gifts became more and more elaborate.
Get your point.
Well, that's very good, Tim, because I haven't made one yet. Anyway, one year, a small boy appeared before the emperor and told him that he had no riches to give. The only gift that he had was a song. You know what the emperor did?
Got him booked on Dick Wu's Chinese bandstand.
You're not making this easy, Tim. Anyway, when the emperor heard the song, he was so moved that he proclaimed it the greatest gift of all, because it was a gift that came from the heart.
But Al and I decided to do something more from the heart. Like the young Chinese boy that smelled his own yogurt. Something burning out here, Wilson?
No need to be alarmed, Tim. I'm just smoking a fish.
Regular or menthol?
No, Tim. I'm curing an Alaskan salmon. My only concern is what wine to have it with.
Love to help you, but I got a concern of my own. It started with me turning Jill's breasts into hot air balloons. I'm getting kind of excited about it.
Well, Tim, I think you finally found a problem that's out of my realm of expertise.
No, you don't understand. She had this computer simulation that showed some cosmetic surgeon's alterations to her body. It reminded me of when she was young, when I first met her. And I kind of liked it. Then, like a bonehead, I asked what it would cost to overhaul her whole body.
Whoa, major faux pas.
Major faux pas. Was he in the same campaign as General Wow?
Well, Tim, I'm not familiar with General Wow, but your situation reminds me of the Naked Ape.
Yeah.
That is the one exactly, Tim. You see, The Naked Ape is a book which theorizes that men, like apes, are instinctively drawn to younger, more fertile women in order to propagate the species.
Man by nature is just a naked ape chain-smoking salmon.
You know, Tim, I'm reminded of an ancient Chinese proverb. Give a man a fish, and you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish, and you feed him for a lifetime.
You can teach a young fish to dance. Once it gets real old, it sticks with you forever.
Tim, it's been said that when a foot compares itself to a yard, it always comes up short.
So you're saying that Vila's the yard, and I'm the foot, and he is better than me, right?
Well, only if you perceive him as being better. Okay. The philosopher once said, if you place a small value on yourself, rest assured the world will not raise your price.
A great philosopher said once, if your feet are short and you don't raise your prices, you're destined for yard sales.